So Loretta Ross, so well-known Black reproductive rights justice leader, she once said a quote that always stuck with me. She said that a movement is not everyone doing the same thing. A movement is about everyone doing things that actually together will help us move ahead. And I think about the work in the HIV health equity space and the work in reproductive justice similarly in that they need to coincide and occur simultaneously because reproductive justice is about securing health and well-being for everyone from birth until the day that we're no longer here.
To talk about reproductive health is to talk about the Black body. And I like to think that if we're thinking about our mothers, we're thinking about our sisters and our aunts and perhaps even our grandmothers, but everybody really, even including men, that we're all connected to this. This is not just women's issue. It's an issue that we all should be supporting simply because hopefully we do care about our community, we care about our families. And so to me, that's the connection.
The HIV movement and the movement for reproductive justice and reproductive rights are very similar, very closely aligned with the fact that people want to take away autonomy from folks to be who they are and live the lives that they want to live and control over their own bodies.
Reproductive health is an important concept. Black mamas, so to speak, that don't have the proper nutrients, having access to stable housing, even just transportation, getting back and forth, the simple things in life that to help create great health outcomes is important. United We Rise stands for that, and we, as a part of envisioning a better person, in that goal as far as United We Rise. I think it's important. We're doing a great job and making sure every Black body, no Black body is left behind.
The fight to end HIV is, of course, intersectional with the fight for reproductive health rights. We see criminalization come up in all spaces for around, whether it's criminalization from law enforcement or through law enforcement or criminalization of Black bodies, criminalization of parents through CPS, and so much structural oppression that takes place at these intersections. And of course, those mostly impacted are Black and brown bodies, people living with HIV, trans-identified folks, and non-binary folks who do not have access to reproductive wellness, reproductive health care, and just overall care in general. And there's always or has been a historical attack on Black and brown bodies. So I think it's important that we look at all of these issues from an intersectional lens so that we can really identify the root of the issue versus just these branches of leaves that we often see and we attack them first.
I think what people are not aware of is, as we're fighting for the equity and the liberation of like one specific group, one specific community, one specific topic, that we're in essence fighting for a whole other group or a whole other topic, right? And so when we think about how we're trying to advocate for centering the experiences, the identities of folks living with HIV, the transformational and impactful work we're trying to do, that goes over into reproductive health, right?
So you're getting at all of the aspects of the epidemic when you make that connection between reproductive health and the response to HIV. They are so intertwined because of the impact that the epidemic continues to have on Black women and their families.
And whether or not someone is pregnant or however she decides she wants to exert her ownership over her own body shouldn't be politicized. And same thing, right? People live with HIV, people acquire HIV, but there should be dedicated resources to speak to whatever the health needs are.
We will not be free until we all are free. So you cannot achieve one set of goals for one group of people and think the others will be okay. So I think it's walking towards a new path together.